Hey everyone, my name is Timo, gameplay producer, and welcome to EA Sports FC Mobile. Let me introduce our new dynamic game speed, which creates a more composed and realistic gameplay experience. We want to give more time on the ball and diversify build-up play. Coupled with our true player personality, you will now also notice a much more tangible effect for attributes such as acceleration and sprint speed. How fast you can turn while dribbling now also factors in agility and player height. Stay tuned for more information and welcome to the club. Hey everyone, my name is Timo, gameplay producer, and welcome to EA Sports FC Mobile. Today, I'm excited to introduce one of our new impact controls, the Power Shot. It's the fastest and most powerful shot type in the game and feels immensely satisfying. Its animations are longer than regular shots, so be mindful when and how to use it. For controls, press the shoot button and swipe right, and for gestures, swipe back and forth in one motion towards the goal. Stay tuned for more information and welcome to the club. Hey everyone, my name is Timo, gameplay producer, and welcome to EA Sports FC Mobile. Today, I'm excited to introduce one of our new impact controls, the knock-on. This dribble move kicks the ball further ahead of your player, allowing him to extract the full potential of his speed while dribbling. Use it to break away from defenders or create space to step into a shot. For controls, press the sprint button and swipe down. But you can also customize it in team skill moves based on your preference. Stay tuned for more information and welcome to the club. Hey everyone, my name is Timo, gameplay producer, and welcome to EA Sports FC Mobile. Let me introduce our new elite shooting feature, which creates a more realistic experience and rewards user skill. Your chances of scoring will greatly increase if you have good manual aim and also put your player in a good position, compared to attempting shots under defensive pressure or from a difficult angle. Coupled with tons of new shot animations and improved goal net physics, scoring goals in FC Mobile will feel more satisfying and rewarding than ever before. Stay tuned for more information and welcome to the club.
Well, here's the replay, and just look at that power. That's almost unstoppable. That's a great strike.
Goal for Manchester City, number 9, Erling Haaland.
Well, here's the replay, and just look at that power. That's almost unstoppable. That's a great strike.
Goal for Manchester City, number 9, Erling Haaland.
Well, here's the replay, and just look at that power. That's almost unstoppable. That's a great strike.
Goal for Manchester City. Number 9, Erling Haaland.
Hey everyone, my name is Timo, gameplay producer, and welcome to EA Sports FC Mobile. Today, I'm excited to introduce one of our new impact controls, the Hard Tackle. Hard tackles are powerful and far-lunging stand tackles, allowing you to crush the opponent dribbler or sliding in to make a last-second shot block. For controls, press the sprint and tackle button and swipe left. Stay tuned for more information and welcome to the club.
Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the EAFC Mobile Community Cup presented by the Esports Club. There's going to be Bullet on the desk with me joining on the side is going to be my friend Scary. Scary, how are you doing today, man? And welcome to the show.
Doing absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for that warm welcome. And again, we are back with the EAFC Mobile Community Cup. So, all those EAFC football fans will now have a chance to showcase their skills. And honestly, I was looking forward for this one, and especially being on the desk with you, it is just going to be a great experience.
Yeah, man, thank you so much for the kind words. But yes, this is going to be first time ever that we are going to be getting the entire community represented for the EAFC Mobile. And yes, the Esports Club has a legacy of doing a lot of new games in the sector, new games for the overall Indian esports scenario. But let's take a look at the entire prize pool. We got a massive prize pool of 50,000 Indian rupees. Now imagine 50,000 Indian rupees for just one community cup for EAFC Mobile. That's huge. The first player to win the entire tournament is going to take home 25,000 INR. The second player will be taking home 15,000 INR. And the third place will be taking home 10,000 INR.
Absolutely, a very well devised prize pool coming in. And I love the fact that, the first position person will receive 25,000. That's basically 50% of the prize pool. And also, one of the most important things that the winners always get, it is the bragging rights. You will have those bragging rights.
Yeah.
You'll be able to just show off that to all of your friends out there because, again, it's going to be the Champions Trophy for EAFC Mobile
Yeah.
Community Cup. You do not want to miss out on that. And second and third place will also receive something of the prize pool. That is also a pretty solid start, I would say, because again,
Yeah.
the competition is pretty high. We started with so many players, and since we're already talking about that, let's look at the format as well. We had the round of 256. Yes, but you heard me
Yeah.
right. It was round of 256 that was started on 20th November.
Yeah, this is like being a kind of like a FC guy who loves a lot of football games, who loves esports, and I'm very happy to see that in a community cup we are getting 256 players, massive number of participants coming in for just first of our community cup being presented by the esports club for the side of EFC Mobile. Now after that we had round of 128. After that we got filtered out to just round of 16. Like we have a total of 16 players playing in from on the date of 22nd November. But now today, folks, is going to be the time for the main event. We have double elimination brackets getting played. So, what is going to be the elimination bracket? All the football fans, you will be knowing that there's going to be one away match and then there's going to be one home match. Combined with that, all of the rules is going to get applied. After that, we're also going to take a look. After this, we're also going to take a look what's going to be the today's games, which player will be facing home, because we have 256 players coming for one single community cup. Now, imagine what's going to be the competition, what's going to be the level of competition, what's going to be the level of these talented players who are going to be showing up their skills today on the stream.
Absolutely. I mean, if you think about that, they've already played 5 matches. And then, after all of that rough and tough journey, they've finally reached at a place where they have a chance of falling back. If, in case, they do not win out their first match, it's a double elimination situation. So, they would have some kind of cushioning at least. And again, we are down to just top 8 players. So, you already know that all of them are going to be just super skilled. And since we're already talking about skills, we might as well see all the players who are going to showcase some of them today, as it's going to be the quarterfinals. Gokul will be taking on Crazy Messi in the first one. Karthik will be taking on Beast 428. Jijoyo 303 will be up against Rocky Bhai, and Soumya will be taking on Nitesh.
A lot of, I would say, kind of like familiar names coming on our today's matches screen. But yes, these will be the individual players who are gonna be battling out with their teams. Now, let me tell you, folks, if you are first time getting on stream for the EA Sports FC Mobile, what happened in the format that these players build their own kind of team with all of the players which are available in EA Sports FC Mobile. So this is going to be a very unique format. We're going to see a lot of players coming in from the IRL football teams in their team. So you might see a lot of same number of players happening. Like we're going to be take for example, it's going to be Messi in one team, is going to be same other Messi in this, some other team. So it's more of like on how you used to see kind of like an ultimate team in the previous versions. But yes, let's take a look at the brackets too, which is going to be played for the entire community cup. We got Goku facing up the side of Greece in the first matchup. We got second in the upper bracket. It's going to be Karthik facing up the side of Beast. We got Jijoyo facing up Rocky. Then we have Soumya facing up this. The best part about this entire Comedy Cup, if you ask me from a player's perspective, that you have lower bracket as well. So you have two games,
Exactly.
home and away. Then when you have like a two legs chance to kind of like perform your best. Even if you're not able to get those victories on your side, then you have the lower bracket ready up for you.
Absolutely true. And it always comes down to those golden goals as well. If in case we kind of end up in a draw situation, you would have the chance for scoring that golden goal. But I don't think so. We're going to reach on to that situation as of now. Because again, it's just the early on in the upper and lower bracket formation, the double elimination format that you just mentioned. So we'll be seeing the 4 matches for now. And after that, we'll be seeing a few lower bracket matches as well. So it's going to be a fun ride all along because again, all these players have been super solid, and since you already
Yeah.
mentioned that we'll probably be seeing some players that will be common in both the teams, I'd personally be annoyed if Crazy Messi has not got a Messi in his team.
That was some wordplay right there from you. But anyways, yes, a lot of names do say that they will be having some of these suggested names in their team roster. But it's more of like, if
True.
you ask me, it's more of like how these guys are gonna play it out on the field, how these guys are gonna get the entire passing game, how these guys are gonna set their formation game.
Exactly.
Because when it comes to the FC Mobile, you gotta focus a lot on your finger work. You are playing on the mobile phone. You gotta focus a lot on how you set your formation right. Uh, you gotta
True.
focus a lot on how you actually set up your entire team, because from my experience, from what I've asked to a lot of these players who have invested a lot of time and I would say their own, like their favorite game is EFC, they have FC Mobile. They have told me that yes, it's more of like how you get the formation game right, how it's how you get the entire swipe up thing right on the screen. So yeah, it's gonna be and treat for us to watch out for all of the upcoming professional players from EA Sports FC Mobile in this Community Cup presented by the Esports Club.
That is true. I mean, no one could just wait and see who's basically going to be the winner. But in order to reach to that destination, we would first have to go through those series of stations that would be in front of us, all those matches. And again, these are the top 8 players, right? After the 256 start, we are just down to those top 8. So you already know that their fingerwork's just going to be on point. The question at this point is not going to be who outperforms who. It basically just boils down to one same point, that who can make less mistakes and who would be capitalizing on your opponent's mistake. That is
Yeah.
always where it's going to boil down, because I still think maybe mostly we're going to see the same 4-3-3 formation coming in from the players, and if in case they're basically behind, they would probably switch up to the attacking formation, and that's about it. Maybe not any more of a change in that situation, because most of the teams,
Yeah.
again, they like to play for that mid control. As long as you have the midfield in your favor, you would be able to quickly go in for some amazing counters, and would also be able to bring back some defenders to try and get some extra men in that back line so that your opponent cannot go and score. But I still want to talk about one of the best thing that EFC Mobile offers you. It's the finesse shot, right? You know that if in case your players got some space, you would be going in for that finesse shot. And once that happens, the ball mostly goes in the net. So not giving space and not giving room is going to be key in that defense.
Uh, well, I guess that there's going to be a lot of factors that's going to involve. But hey, we got a confirmation, folks. We'll be jumping straight into the first matchup of the EAFC Kabaddi Cup, presented by the firm, the side of Esports Club. Which is going to be the quarterfinale today, folks. It's going to be Gokul facing up the side of Crazy Messi 1-0-1-1. Now look at their rankings. So there's some sort of cups that you see. So it's like a kind of like ranking system that has been introduced from the side of EA Sports FC Mobile. You can also take a look at these teams. All of the legendary players are in here. 4-3-3 holding formation coming in from the side of Gokul. And the same formation is also being used from the side of Crazy Messi, 4-3-3 holding. So let's see what's gonna be the matchup. And the kickoff is gonna get started.
Absolutely true. Again, just some simple starts going in. Few opportunities though on towards that right wing, but nothing that's going to pose any kind of threat. But this pass definitely might. A good tackle coming in still. Ball not being left in. Oh my god, the way it just went back. That was so very unfortunate coming in from him. But what a crazy shot coming in. A good finish whatsoever. And that's the early lead already that we're seeing in favor of Gokul.
Let's see it up right here, man. Let's see it up. What's gonna be the comeback story getting written from the side of Crazy, because this is some early lead which is gonna provide a lot of advantage and also build a lot of pressure towards the side of Crazy. On towards the wing side, there's gonna be a player named as Nico Williams trying to find the second man on towards the midfield yet again, trying to go for some kind of like a tactical pass. Inside the box, a good shot coming in from the side of Grazy, but yet again, it's going to be a defensive player coming in from the side of Gokul now to take it away. No, it's going to be a good interception. It's going to be a lot of time being given away from the side of Gokul to let the side of Grazy Messi play inside the box, which is going to be really dangerous. On towards for a through, and yet again, it's going to be a battle of the ball.
Absolutely, indeed. Passing it over a little bit on towards that left wing. Fafna. For now, controlling the ball, showing off some dribbling skills. Not the perfect sliding tackle coming in, but still. Ball being passed over to Charlton. Nico Williams. So he's open. Goes in for a strike. Gets the shot in, but not inside the net. Quiet Van der Sar. Still able to get his hands onto that second shot as well. The rebound went in favor of Crazy Messi, but he just could not finish things up perfectly.
Let's see. On towards Sarah Greensha for coming in for the side of Gokul yet again. It's going to be a good build-up being set from the side of Gokul on towards the strikers, and no, it's going to be a straight-up interception being done from the side of Crazy. For the time being, I just feel like on how the interception game is being on point from both sides. They both know for the fact that yes, they're able to challenge out for the ball possession, that they can, get along with the side, that they can build up the entire ball position. They can also build up the
True.
entire momentum being coming in from their side with their skill level. But the thing is, Gokul already has an advantage. He got in very early advantage on towards against the side of Uzi. So that's going to build a lot of pressure yet again onto the side of Ronaldo, on towards the right wing area, trying to pass it on towards his midfielders. Going to be a little bit of foul. Free kick being given away. Yes, it will be a quick free kick being taken from the side of Crazy.
Yes, indeed. Still controlling the ball, moving it around with Ronaldo. I probably think you would still want him to finish the shot. Charlton finds some open space, and outside of the box, he just smashes it inside the back of that net. What a perfect shot coming in from him. And again, that's the power of those finesse shots. And if in case you're not guarding your opponent, they will have a lot more probability of putting the ball inside that net. What a way to get the equalizer. And I think so. That's Gokul also realizing his mistakes and would now have to step up on that gas quickly. Scancelo stealing it away, and that's a good trick coming in. Gokul can try and find another opener. He's open, out alone, but just the last touch defending coming in at clutch for Crazy Messi. Surviving as of now, and this time it's his chance to probably go and create a counter attack.
Ooh. a good battle of position happening in towards the midfield area from both sides. Now it's going to be the now we have seen the equalizer coming in from the side of Grizzly. This can actually level up the game for us, folks. Now we can see that action. Now we can see those proper build up being done from both sides. Now towards the side of Nico Williams, he press on towards that defender, passing on towards the side of the center pitch
Oh,
again
good through.
towards Nico. Is a really good builder, waiting for the third man, probably waiting for a through pass, but no, he will go for a shot. Penalty is being given away? Oh, that is a foul. Ah, that's going to be an offside now.
Ah, that was an offside. That
Yeah.
was very unfortunate. He wanted to go in for that shot, but his own player just coming in between his shot. That was just so very unfortunate. Had it been otherwise, we might have possibly seen a break coming in and maybe a 2-1 lead in favor of Crazy Messi. But nonetheless, he'll probably try and get a few more chances on the back of it. Maybe as Cancelo trying to create a run, but the ball being stolen away yet again. Charlton controlling it, passes it over to Rico Williams, who give it back in the center to Ronaldo. He can try and pass it over back in. Cancelo with a perfect tackle, stealing it away. That is just the 1-1 situation in
Yeah.
that first game. What a great match. And again, it just seemed to be dead even till the end.
I feel this was coming, and this was coming. Man, this is quarterfinale. We have best of the best players playing in for the community club presented by the Esports Club for EA Sports FC Mobile. So I was expecting this kind of opener for the entire broadcast. I was expecting this kind of gameplay being shown from both sides because hey man, who likes to see a one-sided game?
That is true. That is absolutely correct. But again, at one point, I still would feel exactly the same thing that I mentioned. Crazy Messi should have been able to try, get the second one as well in that game because again, it was just his own player coming in between and it being given an offside. Otherwise, we might possibly have seen him up in the
Yeah.
advantage. But as of now, as things stand, you already know since it's basically a draw now in the away game for Gokul, he would probably have to go and end up win because even if you look at that goal difference, it's going to be dead even 1-1. So they're basically back to square one. It's going to turn out in just one best of one match. And I think so, since both of the players were using the exact same strategies, I think so we might possibly see
Yeah.
similar kind of result.
Let's see. I feel like this is going to be the second leg. Scared. Let's go on to
Hmm.
the game itself to witness the entire action on front of our eyes. But yeah, coming back to the point where I was saying, like, yeah, this is going to be the second game. This is going to be the game where the thing's going to get decided. If this is like where which of the players will be going in for the loser bracket, which was going to be the first player to proceed on towards the upper brackets, second stage of the upper brackets. So I feel like yes, both of the players will be giving their more than 100% to just end it right here in this particular matchup, in this particular leg.
Absolutely true. And again, not many changes coming in from either of these players. Still running in with the exact same lineup, running in with the exact same formation. Let's see if we actually find something different in this one, or is it exactly going to be the same as we kick things off yet again? Start was in favor of Crazy Messi, so he'll be continuing it, passing it over back to his defense now to just
Yeah.
slowly build up this attack. Probably find some kind of opening in that defense. Cancelo was basically a brick wall in that previous game. We saw how well Gokul was using it, but for now, Charlton
Yeah.
it's found a breakthrough. Bellingham is the one who's actually defending on that left back. Now, not quite sure if that's exactly where you want him to be. But again, Charlton found some opening. Oh my god, that's just a horrible mistake. But again, keeper does well, keeping it out of that net. Charlton had found such a great opener. Crazy Messi should have scored that one.
I will again say they still have time. I believe it's going to be 4 minutes of halftime from my calculation. We'll just get a confirmation in the meantime, folks, for you. But I feel like it's going to be either 3 minutes per half or either it's 4 minutes per half. Good shot being put away from the side of Gracie, but it will result on towards the diversion from the crossbar and it will go out for a goal kick. Good try again, but in the meantime, folks, yes, you have to remember that. Make sure to check out all of the links in the description. Make sure to check out the Discord server coming up from the side of EA Sports FC Mobile. You can interact with a lot of players, find some teammates to grind the game with, find more tournaments coming in from the side of Esports Club. Make sure to follow all of the socials coming in from the Esports Club. All the relevant links are mentioned down below in the description. The ball will go away out of bounds and throw in will be given away towards the side of Crazy.
Indeed, that is true. Cancelo was not able to keep it inside, but for now, Nico is probably finding another opener. He can try and go in for that shot. What a great
Oh, good one.
pass to Matthias, and
Nice.
he scores in. What a perfect play coming in. It was inevitable. Seeing the way he was going in for those attacks, it was just about time that we saw a breakthrough. And Crazy Messi is the one who now has lead. Pressure in the hands of Gokul.
Oh, good one coming in from Sarab Grazi's. Like this was the perfect line which I want to use. That slow and steady wins the race. He was just going for that really slow build. He was actually using all of the gaps present between the defenders coming in from the Sarab Gokul to let down his midfielders take the game for himself. For now, as we approach the extra first 3 minutes for the half time, that's going to be the stoppage time. Yes, the first half will be getting over towards into the favor of Gracie. Now the combined score right now from both is going to be 2-1 into the favor of Crazy. So let's see if Gokul now this time around can turn the tables around for his favor, for on towards his favor.
That is true, but again, things just don't seem to be going his way whatsoever. Being still in that same precarious position. Finally, a good steal coming in. Nonetheless, the pass was just not that great. Charlton was right at the perfect place in the perfect position. Oh no, Nico Williams still moving it around, passes it over to Ronaldo, was free in mid, goes in inside. He's open. It should be a score, and yes, it definitely is. Crazy Messi does not leave any kind of opportunity. And the two mistakes coming in during that defense has now led Gokul in a very tough spot. And it seems even more difficult to come back from because he needs to score two in succession.
Now it's gonna be kind of like a big lead coming on towards the favor of Grazy. The overall score is now becoming a 3-1, like 3-1 now. Yes, folks. As we approach another free kick being given away towards the favor of Gokul, as he tries to put it inside the back of the net. I mean, that was a pretty long shot that would have been resulted in maybe a corner, but that'll be going towards straight up towards the arms of the goalkeeper. Good try with the through pass, approaching the wing area of the pitch. This is looking very promising for the side of Grizzy yet again. Is trying to find the third man. He will eventually get the position on towards the third man. It will be a goal, and yes, it is at the 72 minute. He finds another one. Now this is becoming very one-sided. Scared. This is becoming very one-sided now.
That is true. He basically found a loophole in that defense and he's been exploiting it time and time again. 3-0. Gokul just seems to have lost sight of how to properly defend, especially from that left back position. Because again, all the attacks that you see are coming in from that exact same place. Nico Williams is the one who majorly controls that ball and then passes it over for a through. And it basically lands it perfectly. Cancelo is just not being able to get in the perfect position to steal it away. But as of now, again, as soon as we saw a chance being made in favor of Gokul, it was stopped in its track. And again, Nico Williams controlling the ball, still going in from the exact same place. He can pass it over. Fofana will be able to take it. But the question is, what can he do now? Again, passes it over. Nico gives it in. Ronaldo, can he go for the shot? No, it's stolen at the last second. And time is almost but up at this point, and we have the winner of the first game, and that is going to be Crazy Messi.
Yeah, he has Messi in his name, so it was somewhere around crowd obvious that he's gonna win. But yeah, that was a joke aside. But yes, a good matchup coming in for the opener for the entire broadcast. Good, I would say, set of plays coming in from the both sides, because in the first leg we did saw good goals coming in from both sides, good amount of build up coming in from the both sides. But yes, in the end, when we started off with the second leg, it was looking like a very one-sided game coming in to the favor of Crazy. No like questions asked on that.
That is true. It was basically a neck to neck competition in the first leg, but yes, as soon as we moved on to the second one, I still feel that Crazy Messi was just testing the waters in the first leg, trying to figure out from which place can he go and go in for his attack. And in the second leg, he just basically
Yeah,
exploited that weakness. And it always comes down to those quick adaptations. And
yeah,
eventually, we
true,
just
true,
saw
true.
Crazy Messi was very quick on that. And it took
Hmm.
a little bit of extra time for Gokul to try and adapt in that situation and basically call in for a second defender in that place,
Mm-hmm.
because again we were seeing continuous openings being found and being provided to Crazy Messi. He was just easily able to score in a few successive goals from that place, especially the two that came in succession. So eventually that is basically how things stand as of now, as we'll be seeing Gokul moving towards the lower
Yeah.
bracket, but Gracie, Messi winning in a 4-1 fashion in both the legs combined. That is just a crazy game coming in from his side.
I like how you use the word crazy over here. Thank you. But anyways, yeah, jokes apart, folks. Yes, our second matchup, I believe, is going to be between the side of Karthik facing up the side of Beast 428. Now, we have to see on the pitch if we're going to see a Beast mode coming in from the side of Beast 428, or it's going to be another one-sided affair coming in for the second matchup. So, over to you, Scariot. What do you think? What's going to happen
Hmm.
in the next matchup?
I still probably think we're gonna see the same story in the first leg because again, all of these players they're very experienced ones. They have been doing every single thing, all of these plays time and time again. And just as I mentioned previously as well, it will boil down to the same fact: who is being able to exploit the opponent's weakness, who is being able to adapt in the situations as quickly as possible. Because yes. When you're at this stage and you're so experienced in the game, there are seldom any mistakes that you commit. So if you find one, then that needs to be fixed up as quickly as possible. Otherwise, we'll probably witness the same thing that happened in the second leg of Crazy Messi and Gokul. So I still think maybe in the second one as well, we'll probably just be testing the waters in the first leg, just as I mentioned, and then in the second one, we'll see some adjustments, we'll see some adaptations. Honestly, I want to see a few of the player substitutions as well, right? We did not see that in the first one because again it was some quick games and a very fast paced approach from both the directions. But in the next one I'm probably expecting maybe a change of players, at least one or two in the second half, because if in case you're behind you would want your attackers to step up, maybe changing one of the midfielders for a center forward, or probably just switch up to the attacking mode and attacking formation so that you'd be able to get in a few more balls in the box and probably going for a few more scores.
Yeah, a few more goals into the back of the net. I prefer,
That is
from
true.
my understanding, it when it comes to EA Sports FC Mobile, it's more upon how you set your formation again. Like I told, I did
True.
chat with a few of the players who are like invested a lot of time when it comes to EA Sports FC Mobile. So they did say to me that yeah, formation game is something very needs to be on point on how you set your instruction to the
Yeah,
player. That
that is
if there's
correct.
going to be a opportunity of a third man coming in to take the standing tackle, there's going to be a fourth man coming in to make up the pressure point. It needs to be there. It's just not about the passing game. It's just not about doing the through passes. It's just not about doing just the low passes on time. Your every perspective, your every I would say the kind of those tactics is going to be there on point when you are facing up some good players against you. It's not the AI. It's not
That
the
is
I would
true.
say the usual I would say matchup that you play in EA Sports FC. Well, it's the actual players, the actual good players who are very much skilled, who have participated in the EA Sports FC World Community Cup presented by the Esports Club. So yes, if you want to get the major chunk of the prize pool, if you want to get the lion's share of the prize pool, you have to show the best of the best plays coming out from you.
Exactly. And since already the first match has come to an end, we already know that the second one is going to be coming up in front of us very quickly. And I like the wordplay coming in from these players. Karthik will be up against Beast 428. So we're going to be witnessing that matchup as well. And I still can't wait to quickly jump into the game, right? Because again, just as we saw in the previous one, you mentioned it
Mhm.
is extremely important to set your strategies up front before you jump into the match. What kind of formation are you going to go in with? What players are you going to use? Are they compatible with that formation or not?
Yeah,
It
yeah, yeah.
all matters. That's basically where overall comes into play as well. And it's going to be very crucial, very important for both of these players that are going to be coming in front of us now as well to quickly check on those things and then just go in for some micro adjustments during the game. The timing, yes, that needs to be perfect whenever you're going in for those shots, and you always need to be accurate with those passes. But since we've been already talking about some shots and passes being done in, we're going to jump into the game just as quickly like that. It's going to be Beast up against Karthik.
Let's see. Let's see. Both of these players are looking like they're a huge fan of Manchester United when it comes to their personal favorites. As we can see, the logos, the logos that have been set for their team right now. Good build up coming in from the side of Beast, but that will eventually go out for a corner, I believe, towards the favor of Beast yet again. Time for a corner, folks. Good header. That could have been a goal, but it will be stopped from the side of goalkeeper Going on towards is one of the defenders. That's going to be Walker on towards the wing area of the pitch. And yes, the counter attack is on.
That's a very solid counter as Ginola now can directly pass it. Oh my goodness, Mendes. That was not the perfect play. Keeper being called in front, and Onana actually manages to defend it. That was basically just an opportunity in the silver platter being lost. Nonetheless, Kolumani passing it over to Ginola yet again goes in for the shot. Onana in the way of the net will be able to push it out, and it goes in for a corner. The danger still there, but will finally be taken control of as Onana catches the ball mid-air. Nico Williams trying to pass it over. Company steals it and try and play it in, but the second defender being called in. Savage still again the pass not being completed perfectly. The pressure will be taken off just a little bit, only for so long. As again, Chiesa would have been able to get the shot in, stolen yet again, and now the counter chance on towards the other side. Bullet.
Yeah. I mean, for the first half, I feel it's gonna be the usual play on both sides, battling it out for the ball possession until unless somebody scores a goal. So this will be more of like on how these players get their thing right, and it will be an offside for the side of the other player. But the best part, when you play EFC Mobile, now this is like the pure, like I'm trying to make up a joke over here. You have the ability to react with some kind of emoticons or emotes right up towards the right corner of your screen. And now this brings up to the real drama inside the game. Trust me, you have emoticons where you can actually do a laughing react. You can actually just say GG easy to your opponent. And there it is, there it is. You can actually react. So this is one of the best parts on getting the rivalry right inside the game, like one of the ways that has been implemented. And I love this, trust me, and I love this as a caster. I love this. But for now, folks, in a halftime, almost like literally reaching toward the side of halftime for this particular leg. No goal coming in from either side. So let's see what's going to be the story in the second half.
That is true. And honestly, Beast has been playing on that attacking strategy right since the beginning. He's not playing on balance, he's not playing on defending, he's just playing it on attacking. That is giving a lot of opportunities for Karthik to try and go in for some kind of counter play time and time again. And that is one of the reasons why we first saw him being up front, like almost scoring a goal, if not for a good decision, a good gut call coming in from Beast, calling Onana in up front and saving that goal. Otherwise, we probably would have seen a 1-0 scoreline 10 now. But since, again, attacking formation brings in some extra players on that attack, and not quite sure why he would want to go in for a shot from that range, but probably just wanted to get lucky or so. It might not actually be very lucky as Ginola is the one who's controlling the ball, passes it over. Chiesa gives it. Bellingham was there to receive it, if not for the defender to steal at the last second. Again, the attack going in favor. Beast this time trying to go in for another trick play. Kent controlling it. Pass it over. Back towards mid. That's yet again a good power shot, but way too far away. And if in case he keeps on going for those kind of shots, I don't think so he'd be able to get any kind of lead for now. Fofna controlling it. Passes it over. Back in. Vidic. Sule. Can he try and find something? No, just stopped in at the last second. My, oh my. That actually was a foul.
Well, I would say for the side of Beast on how he's getting the ball possession and how he's getting the shots getting deviated to the other direction, I have a feeling that he's not able to anticipate. He's not able to, like, just a little bit of focus is like more required from the side of Beast. He's able to keep the ball position more on toward the side compared to what we are seeing from the side of Karthik. So let's see, man. I just feel like he's getting a little bit overwhelmed for the time being. Good position coming in from the side of Karthik. It's going to be a foul call coming in for the side of referee, and I believe it has the free kick has gone toward the favor of Karthik. Yes, it was a favor of Karthik. It's not going to be a quick free kick being given away. It's going to be that entire scenario getting set up so that you can skip. But for now, again, might be a good build-up getting taken away. Good try inside the box, but yes, I feel our first half is going to result in a 0-0 score.
Yes, that is indeed true. Again, not many changes, but still, one last chance. We can
Good
probably
one.
find a breakthrough. And yes, at the last minute,
Damn.
we see the first one coming in. What a great play. And that's Karthik who finds the breakthrough in this game. and ends the thing at 1-0 note. Now,
Yeah,
this is something no one expected. Beast, even till that last minute,
yeah.
he just got a little too casual in that defense, and that is what Karthik needed. He found the opener, saw the opening in the mid, inside the box, passed it over, and that was just a very good timely finish coming in, winning the first one 1-0.
I mean that goal at the literal end minutes of the first half, that was I would say kind of like a game changing moment for the entire half. But let's
True.
jump into the second leg, folks, for this particular matchup. Now you have to remember that one side is already on the lead. It's gonna be the side of Karthik. I believe, yeah, that was the side of Karthik taking that 5-2-1 formation, and he got that goal. Look at his lineup, dude. He has three of these legendary players. He went to the side of Beast. He also has that holding formation being set up. That is something that I've so great, I believe. So when it comes to the formation game, when it comes to setting your instruction right, like I told folks, you have to set it right when it comes to EA Sports FC Mobile. But yes, individually also you have to get your entire build up thing right. You have to set your entire sprint, your entire on how you actually switch up players at the right time to take the ball position, then do a good build up, then do the passing game right. And what's looking good for the side of Karthik to yet again go inside the penalty box area, trying to get the ball possession, but no, East defender will be right there to get the interception at the right time to not let Karthik score another goal.
Indeed, that is true. You do not want the lead to build up any further than it already has. But what a great pass by Nico Williams, but Onana was still able to deflect it outwards. Again, at that last touch, keeping coming in, he will be able to take the ball in hands through that corner, not posing any kind of threat whatsoever. Pass directly towards Ginola, and he is facing some trouble as again, ball will be stolen away. Mendes will be giving it to Kent. No problem in receiving that. No one to stop him on his tracks as of now. He will be making run from the left wing coming in. He can try and pass it over inside, but he still himself decides to move in. Bellingham giving it back to Kolomani, passing it over to Chiesa. Gives it back. I thought Bellingham would be able to take it, but no, oh my goodness, that trick coming in. Still, he gets the ball back in his legs. Bellingham has a chance to play it in the mid. Kolomani dodges through that tackle, but Savic is there to steal it away. I almost thought we're going to see another goal coming in, but alas, that was not the case. But maybe this might be as another counter being built up. Kent passes over back to Fofana, outside of the box, goes in for the shot and gets it inside the back of the net. A brilliant shot indeed.
Let's just see on how again decided to Karthik bounce back, because the entire scoreline is now getting equalized when you look at the overall scores for both legs, folks. Yes, again, it's we are approaching towards the end of the first half, which is out of Bellingham passing on towards Saliba. Good lob pass being given away towards the wing area. Now we approach the one extra minute of the stoppage time for the first half. The score line is gonna be 1-1 for the overall scores. But in this particular leg, yes, the side of Olibis is able to get that equalizing goal that he needed to get to set things right for making the entire scores look equalized. Again, yes, if Karthik wants to win out this one, he needs to, at least in my opinion, needs to get two goals straight up back to back. But for the side of Beast, it's kind of looking hard, because for the entire passing game, for the entire interception game, I feel like he's somewhere around not getting it right, because every time around he goes for a pass, the interception, the third player or the player who's ready on to take the interception ball is just ready from the side of Karthik. So that is one thing that needs to be set right from the side of Beast. Oh, there you
And
go. This is what I was
just as
talking
you
about.
say that, yeah, just as you mentioned it, we're going to find another goal coming in. A brilliant pass indeed. And look at the way he went in for that one trick, quickly dodging the defender at the last and also shoots it in. Onana had absolutely no way of stopping that shot whatsoever. So, yes, Karthik has found the equalizer for this one, but in overall scoring, if you see, he is basically leading by one. So, again, pressure is back onto Beast as he passes it over to Savage, goes in for another wide shot. How did that even go in the net? What a brilliant shot from him. It's basically the third time that he's been doing this, and for the second time, he's found the ball back in the net. Again, this is something that now Karthik has to deal with because he cannot allow Beast to freely fire these shots from this range. We saw how difficult it was for him to found that second one in this one, but he tries to go in for a quick play right through the kickoff, which will be stopped in. Soul will be taking it. Subio will be the one who'll be moving it around in mid, can try and pass it over, lobs it onto Kent. He easily takes it, and this should be the score. Oh my goodness gracious, what a brilliant play. Passes it over to Savage. Knew the goalkeeper was charging up, so it was Savage who had an open shot. Went in, shot it, and we're back to dead even. Beast this time around is leading 3-1.
Let's see, man. Uh, my my anticipation and my guesses are going into the wrong side. So yes, I'm kind of happy about it too. Yes, because like I said, I want to see back-to-back goals being from both sides. But right now, the last 20 minutes inside the game, what I believe is going to be 1 minute and 15 seconds as I speak in real time to all that is left for the side of Carter to make up a comeback right now. But for now, the position is being given away towards the side of BC yet again. Is looking for it. He might actually go for it, but nah. It's going to be a good interception coming in from the side of Company towards his goalkeeper, passing on towards the wing area. And you see you see those stickers being used already. GG and whatnot. And yeah, there you go, folks. 3-1 into the favor of Beast. And the entire scores have been changed in how Beast has played in this particular game. And there you go. Beast is going to be a winner for this particular matchup.
Absolutely true. He needed to be two up against Karthik whatsoever if he wanted things to fall in his favor. And that is exactly what had happened. He win this one 3-1. And that was just a brilliant play. Time and time again, we were mentioning the exact same thing.
Yeah.
That, whenever we're talking about that defense line, yes, Karthik was not letting the ball in the penalty area whatsoever. So that defense was good. But eventually, the breakthrough from that defense was those power shots coming in time and time again from the side of Beast, just outside of that penalty area, where he was having a few
Yeah.
seconds to control the power and put the ball in the back of that net. And he was able to do that perfectly, winning the second game. Now, this is the kind of adjustment that I always talk about. In the first one, players tend to test the waters, and in the second one, they tend to develop a counter strategy for that kind of defense or maybe the offense and then play along with
Yeah.
that. So the adjustment coming in from Beast this time around was just on point.
Uh, yeah, that's one thing, but I feel like yes, both of the players did give their 100%, and for the
So
side of Karthik, I feel like yeah, there's still the loser brackets waiting up for him. He still has a chance to bounce it back and make his way towards the upper brackets of beating entire players in the loser brackets and getting his way towards our grand finale. So I believe like yes, on how we have a really comprehensive and a competitive format for Esports FC Mobile Community Cup presented by the one and only the Esports Club. So I feel like yes, he still has chance. He or she has still has chance. He can definitely pave his way towards grand finale if he's able to realize his mistakes. He's able to evolve. He's able to adapt it right on the pitch.
absolutely true. Evolving and adapting is basically the name. And no matter how much of that tenacity you've got inside you, you just need to be resisting through all of those stones basically being thrown at your face throughout this journey of the brackets, especially from the upper as well as the lower one. Again, since we're having a look at the schedule, the first game
Yeah,
was a 4-1 overall score in favor of Crazy Messi. Gokul will be moving into the
yeah.
lower bracket, and in the second one, Beast winning it in a 3-1 fashion against Karthik. This was a much closer game whatsoever. The second one, yes, we did see a 3-1 score line favoring Beast, but in overall, you see the first leg was won by Karthik. So basically, Beast was the one who was under pressure. Playing like that in under pressure, definitely he's going to go a long way at this point. But I cannot wait for the next matchup coming in. Jijoyo 303 up against Rocky Bai. That is something that we also have to watch out for.
Well, let's see what's going to be the case because on how the entire pacing of the game changing for the side of Karthik and Beast, I'm looking now. My entire expectations are off the roof right now. I want to see more of these actions coming in from the side of Jijo and Rocky. I want to see most of the teams to go for some proper build up action when it comes to the inside of that we did so from the side of Beast. No doubts about that. But yes, I have kind of like a more expectations of the roof now for all of the upcoming matches. I mean, for the side of Soumya and Nitish, from what I did got to know, like Soumya is one of the really leading players when it comes to the esports FC. While he has kind of like in the top most like 10% of the players in the overall rankings. I could be wrong about it, folks, because the name looks familiar. But yes, from what I know, I just wanted to say. But yes, again, the same thing. We have the low brackets. We have a very comprehensive and a competitive format where you, even if you lose the upper brackets game, you have the chance to redeem yourself. But let's take a look at today's matches, folks. We did saw Gokul's and Greasy's Messi's game. We did saw Karthik also. Now, our next matchup is going to be Jijoyo 303 facing up the side of Rocky Bhai.
Yes, that is true. And since you're already mentioning about how well known these players have been in the community, I always love to see the underdog
Yeah.
players, some names that basically come up on the first time and then you see them winning the
Yeah.
whole thing out. It basically just soothes your heart eventually because, again, yes, you want to see all those pro players coming into play, but also want to see some underdog players who basically showcase their
Yeah.
skills and are just ready to dethrone all of those players who have been sitting on that throne for so long. So, yes, I'd be just looking forward to this matchup as well. And the next one is going to be extremely crucial too, because again, you win them, you move through the upper bracket. You've basically got less matches to play, and you always have that cushioning of falling back on. But if you're in the lower bracket, the pressure is just going to be at an all-time high. Because again, when you think about it, you have come out on top as top eight from total 256 early participants. So falling
Yeah.
after coming so very close to the trophy, it basically breaks the heart of a person. But whenever you see the winner of a tournament, they've been stepping up on all the teams that have been defeated after all, because again, only one truly stands at the top as the winner, and everyone else just fall at some point or the other. So even if it's a heartbreaking situation, it's always going to happen. It is inevitable, just like Thanos. So we'll probably be witnessing the same things as well. But again, we always need to focus on the bigger picture, on the things that are going to be right in front of us. And one of them is going to be this one matchup. Again, I am expecting it to be not exactly in the similar sense. Maybe in this one, we'll probably see some hardcore action in the first match itself.
I mean, let's see. Let's see. We have the next game ready and waiting for folks. Now we jumping straight into the action, which is gonna be the side of Joyo again, facing up the side of Rocky. Oh, we have another favorites coming from FC Barcelona. Then we have Real Madrid being the favorite for the side of Rocky, as what we can see that he has gone for the logo. But yes, let's take a look at the formation. Got 4-3-1-2 coming up from the side of Gio. And towards Rocky, we see a 4-4-2 holding formation. So now, let me just tell you, folks, when you see a holding formation, doesn't mean that he's or she is always gonna go for that holding and slow pace approach. Sometimes these holding formation also works superior when it comes to a lot of these attacking formation that you have inside the game. But for now, this is what I'm talking about.
Oh,
A huge, good build up getting shown from the side of none other than the other Rocky Bhai. And there you go. The first goal in the first 5 or 6 minutes, I believe, inside the game. And this is what I'm talking about. When you see a holding formation, it's not always that he's going to go for a slow approach. There you go. The first goal being done from the side of Rocky.
what a beautiful finish shot coming in from Ronaldo. That was just a brilliant play. If you're looking at the jerseys, it basically is the El Clasico coming in, right? One side Barcelona, the other side Real Madrid. But nonetheless, we're going to see a good pass being made. Dembele, he's got a pace, he's got a lot of pace, and most of it is going to be utilized in this run as he scores another one. Rocky Bhai just seems to be unstoppable at this point. Two quick goals in succession. He's now going to put a lot of pressure onto Jijoyo. He needs to find some breakthrough. He's got some amazing players. He needs to utilize them perfectly. He's got Ronaldinho in mid. He's got Gullit, Pele as well. So he has got the potential. He just needs to find a breakthrough. But I just love the way how Rocky is controlling the ball yet again. Look at that. He passes it over to Vinicius, who tried to again make a play but could not beat through that defender. Nonetheless, Walker passing it over to Bellingham. Maybe we're going to find some kind of opener from Jijoyo this time around. But it just seems that Rocky is one step ahead, and he's basically already thought of the move that Jijoyo is going to do. He's basically playing chess at this point.
I mean, let's see. Let's see. But for now, and how we are able to see two back-to-back goals coming in from the side of Rocky, this is something like on how he has set up his entire formation, on how we are seeing the passing game so on point for the side of Rocky is so much favoring him. And this is how you actually play. Two of these passes and two of these interceptions. Are you serious? But anyways, folks, that was the third goal coming in from the side of Vincent Jr. None other from the player named as Rocky Bhai. There you go, dude. Now this is a straight up statement. That from the side of Rocky, that I don't need a second leg. I am just gonna decide the entire result of the match in the first leg itself. There you go. This is very simple, dude. A 3-0 in the first half says a lot.
Definitely does, but maybe we're going to find some kind of change probably in the second one. That break should be something where Jijoyo could think about a few more things, if even if it only lasts for a few seconds, that is. But it kind of gives him to reset a few things after all. Since again, it's the kickoff, Dembele controlling it. Rudiger has been beaten. My goodness, Renato Sanchez as well, not being able to catch up. Last touch defending coming in. And finally, the ball is being controlled by Jijoyo. Sanchez passing it over to Bellingham, tried to make it through Chouameni, failed to do that. My goodness, if this pass is not converted into a goal, that would just mean Jijoyo is doing a very nice defending at this point. Gullit again, passing it over to Renato Sanchez. Bellingham, can he try and control it? Advantage being given. It was a foul, not a clean tackle. Balde passing it back to Bellingham. Renato Sanchez passes it over to Gullit, gives it back to Bellingham. He had an opening, but again, through towards Ronaldinho, stolen away. And this is going to be Rocky by yet again going in for his own counter. Ronaldinho tried to go in for a through pass. My goodness, no way! Ginola just passed the defender over and puts the ball back in the net. That's a 4-0 domination from Rocky Bhai.
I mean, I'm kind of speechless right now. That's why I'm using. I mean, yet again. But like I told, he doesn't need a second leg. He just right here to make a statement. And this is done and dusted, and the scoreline is already 4-0. But as the rules apply, of course we're gonna see a second leg. Of course we cannot underestimate the side of Jijoyo. He also has a lot of time in his hand. He has the entire leg to actually set up a statement, make up a comeback story for himself. A lot of these aggressive tackles are being shown from the side of Rocky, and how he just doesn't want to give away the ball position towards the side of Jijoyo.
And it seems he might possibly go in for another shot. Ronaldo stopped at the last second. Balde controlling it, passes it back to Bellingham. Renato Sanchez to Rudiger. Pele open in the mid, will be giving it back. I believe it's Ronaldinho. Yes, it was. Gives it back to Ronaldo on that left wing. He's got some space to work with, some room as well inside the box. Now moves it around, can go in for a score, but stopped in. My goodness, Spanish keeper on point with that one. And the score still remains 4-0, and Ronaldo,
4-0,
he was able to catch that ball. Yeah, that was the main thing. Nonetheless, 4-0, Rocky Bhai wins the first leg.
This is very one-sided, dude. This is very one-sided. But I love
That's true.
to cast EA Sports FC. I love to cast EA Sports FC Mobile, dude. This is like one of the genre where I started my professional career as a player. But when the match becomes so one-sided, I don't know what to say at this point of time as a caster. But we have the second leg ready and waiting for us. Folks will be jumping straight into the matchup, and the entire storyline is front of you. Will Jijoyo will be able to make a comeback? To make a comeback, to win the entire thing, he needs to score 5 goals back to back without letting the side of Rocky to take even 1 goal towards its favor. The formation has been changed, I believe, from the side of Jijoyo. So yes, we might see some really aggressive and attacking plays coming in from the side of Jijoyo.
That is true. It is possible, but still, I personally feel like using the 4-4-2 formation gives you a lot of control in the mid. You can move players around for the attack as well as for the defense, totally depending on the way that you want to play again. Tackle was not that clean, so Ronaldo will be taking in that free kick. He's got enough time, more than enough time now. Can try and go in for another shot. He actually directly goes in for the goal, but not for the crossbar. That could have basically gone inside. Still the danger not averted. Vinicius moving the ball around in that left wing. Can try and make some play inside the penalty zone. Gokul steals it away. Just the perfect moment. Ronaldinho passes it over to Ronaldo. He gives it back to Renato Sanchez. Moves it around. Back to Gullit. Bellingham to Ronaldinho. Can still try and create a play. But again, the moment you see Jijoyo trying to go for some kind of play is the exact moment you realize that there are at least 7 to 8 people on that defense. And it becomes just as very difficult to try and move the ball through that defense, if anything else. Because again, the moment you see that attack going in, you're seeing some defender stealing it away, passing it back inside that mid. So maybe this cross can give some opening to Joyo if he tries and play it smartly. Again, moving it around from that left side will be stopped in. Cannot move the ball past left mid, maybe. Yet again, Dembele steals it away. My goodness, this could be so disastrous. Rocky could find another one in this game and he's just alone. That
Oh, good
should
one.
go in and it will go
Nice one,
in.
good.
As Dembele goes in for a perfect finish, short finish.
Yet again, yet again, this falls and this comes on from the side of Rocky, and this overall score line is now 5-0. Not even one, not even two. This is 5-0 onto the favor of Rocky. Good build up coming yet again from the side of Julio, but every now and then the aggressive nature, the aggressive plays, aggressive build back to just take up the ball position from the side of Julio is so much favoring onto the side of Rocky, all because of his plays, no doubt about it. Inside the penalty box area, he's trying to go for another one. There you go, almost on towards the penalty line, on towards the penalty, the goalkeeper's box, on towards that side. I'm really sorry if I'm mistaken on that, but yeah, that was the just on the edges of the penalty box area. That was something really, really different, something really unique that you don't see when it comes to esports FC Mobile in these kind of matchups. Oh boy, the score is I'm kind of forgot the entire thing that we have so many goals coming in from the side of Rocky. What is the score like looking like? Of 6-0 or 7-0?
Yeah, it's basically a 6-0 at this point.
Damn.
He was up by 4-0 in the first one. Yeah, and then a 2-0 in the first half of the second leg. So unless Chijoyo can basically find some magic altar to drink some magical water from it and then play like he has never played before, maybe only then he could try and find something. Otherwise, it's just sheer domination. Ronaldo goes in for a power shot from outside the box, not doing any kind of good because the keeper was just in the way. And scoring from that range, it just becomes so very much difficult. He tried to go in for a header, will be cleared away by defender, and my goodness, it's directly back in the legs of Ronaldo, trying to pass in through Sanchez. Was not able to do so. He still actually gets it back for some reason. Rudiger was just standing at his place. So Ronaldo passing it over to Pele, who's got some chance, he's got some opening, but the way second defender was called in. That was just a brilliant display of understanding how the game mechanics work. Ronaldo can pass it over for a through ball. Yes, he goes in for the Sally. He still controls it. Tries to pass it again, but directly in the hands of the keeper. It's basically the first time Alex has got a chance to put the hands on the ball.
Let's see, man. Let's see. But it's very hard to say. Like, on even we are not able to see. Like, I'm not like underestimating Sergio. No offense towards the Sergio's, but this feels like yes, like on how the build-up is not getting right, on how he's doing a lot of mistakes, just letting the ball go away towards the side of Rocky is something like he's given a good try, no doubt about it. But we are in the quarterfinal, folks, and I feel like this is where Didier needs to focus. He needs a little bit more of that, practice a little bit more to just think a little bit different how you can get the entire comeback right into your favor when you have a big lead and such a really good player against playing in against you. Again inside the penalty box. There you go.
God, no
for
way.
the eight, for the seventh one. Yeah, for the seventh one. There you go. Oh boy.
No way Dembele was able to score in from that angle. Just look at that. What a perfect placement coming in. And Rocky, just as you mentioned, now leading with the 7-0. This is all but done at this point. Maybe a consolation goal coming in from Jijoyo. But it was again called in for an offside. So that's about it. Probably is not going to go in any further than this. After this free kick, we'll probably see the final whistle being blown. And that would mean Rocky is moving up in that upper bracket again. It was just a sheer domination coming in from him. He did not stop from either of those legs. Even in the first one, went ahead with a 4-0. In the second one, a 3-0. That is just plain domination coming in from him.
So it was very one-sided affair, dude. That was a very one-sided affair, which
True.
Rocky Bhai was able to dominate the side of the Joyo. But hey, no puns and no offense, no offense with the side of Joyo. He needs a little bit of more practice. He needs a little bit of that really clear mindset that okay, when you're playing in a tournament, it could have been his first time playing in a community cup. It could have been his first time playing up in this kind of like competitive and comprehensive format. So yeah, he gave his best. But when you actually when we're actually playing it for the winner mindset, you're actually playing in for the land share of the prize pool. You have to focus on a lot of those mistakes that you are actually doing inside the competitive match. So I guess yeah, he will be taking a look at the entire broadcast. Kudos to the side of Esports Club to get us onto the casting desk, do the entire broadcast for all the matches that are being played for the side from the side of quarter finale, so players can actually go on, take a look what they did wrong, and just analyze their mistakes in a pretty well manner. Our next matchup is going to be the side of Soumya facing up the side of Nitesh. And let's see again. I just don't want one-sided affairs. I know it favors a lot. It kind of boosts up the entire confidence of those players a lot. But being a caster over here, being an analyst on the desk, I just want to see one of these, matches that we saw. If you want to give an example, I just want to see more of Beast and Karthik kind of like matches, like going one on one.
Yes, highly possible. Because again, seeing the one-sided affair again clearly shows you how dominating one person can be. But nonetheless, we'll probably witness some kind of equal things in the next one. Maybe it's Soumya up against Nitesh. Just as you mentioned, we probably have heard the names in the community as well. Maybe some of them might have even played against them. So it should be a pretty fun match. It should be a pretty even match. But it always boils down to those adjustments. It always boils down to the same fact: how are you able to get a read onto your opponent? Whenever you are playing the games, it's just not about the skills that you have, it's also how well are you able to read into the mind of the person you're playing against. It basically is the L and Kira battle time and time again, the one that we actually saw in the Death Note. So, yeah, just not going in for that kind of exaggeration, but at least trying to think what the opponent is going to do and then planning out against that move. That is something wherein you get that advantage, you get that lead, you also get an understanding of what kind of play your opponent is going for, and preparing a counter one for that helps you out a lot. In the previous one, we clearly saw Rocky doing that exact same thing. He basically knew where the passes are going to go, and he had, if not one, maybe two defenders ready to try and intercept that. And if in case he does not intercept that, he was just ready with the defender in such a place that the attackers just could not make the ball
Yeah,
cross that part, and it basically seemed an impenetrable defense whatsoever. So,
yeah.
probably just focusing on the weak points of your opponent is something that you need to do. But maybe we might see, Jijoyo not going in with the 4-3-1-2 type of attack strategy time or time again. But nonetheless, for the one that's going to be in front of us, I am pretty excited about it.
Let's see, man. Soumya up against the side of Nitesh. From what I know, again,
True.
like this is not a confirmed information. But I got to know like the player named as Soumya is definitely one of the top tier players when it comes to the esports FC Mobile. This might be a coincidence. This might be the name coincidence that you see when it comes to the IGN and real names. But yes, let's see what goes on inside the pitch. Let's see what kind of action we see from these both players. We're jumping straight to the game,
Absolutely.
and which is going to be the last game for the day for the side of the upper brackets. Yes, which is going to be Soumya facing up the side of Nitesh. Let's jump in straight to the game, folks. Again, I want to ask your thoughts here. That you did told that, of course, some of these players can actually focus on towards the weaknesses and mistake points that their opponents do. But I also feel like again the same thing. Your formation, your build up, on how you actually set your set pieces, right? Or actually how you perform inside the pitch is gonna matter a lot. You see the overall is up towards 90 points for the squad of Nitesh. I guess it was also very much the same for the side of Soumya. So it's more of like on how both players can actually do wonders on an individual level.
That is true because again, just as you mentioned about the overall being 90 and 88, yes, it's not a very huge difference, but it always boils down to those exact same few things, right? Going in for those shots outside of the penalty box, going in for these passes. For now, it was accurate, but the tackle even better. Coming in, Haaland controlling it. His dribbling has not been the best thing, but again, they can make some runs with him, and it kind of becomes he becomes unstoppable at that point, especially when you give him a perfect through ball. As of now, can Can he pass it inside? That's the thing. He will. Rudiger would not be able to steal it away. Isaac almost went in for that shot, if not for that last touch defending. Haaland passes it backwards. Nico Williams to Vinicius, not finding any opening, but passes it back to Nico. Now in the legs of Haaland. He can try playing inside. He does. Nico was not able to get to the ball first. On towards the other side. We're going to see Okafor going in for a long range play. Isaac not being able to hold on to it. Cruz to Nico. Nico can pass to Vinicius, who was trying to cut in. Did not get any opening. On towards that right corner. Cruz passing it over to Haaland, but Saliba stealing it away. So we're still dead even as of now. No breakthrough from either of the sides.
Let's see. Let's see. It's more of like I want to see a matchup like this where we see a 0-0 scoreline in the first half. But we're just taking a guess, folks. But yes, a good approach coming in from the side of Soumya. This can actually go inside the back of the net. But a good interception and ball control being taken away from the side of Nitesh towards his like I cannot specifically say on it, but this was something like a very kind of like set in ultimate team format from what I can say to a lot of folks joining onto the stream. But yes, a good interception yet again coming in from the side of Soumya. He's trying to provide that build up, but for now, my anticipation and my guess is going on to the right side. That my prediction is that I want to see a scoreline of 0-0 in the first leg of first half time. Then these both players will go bonkers to just fight off for the possession and fight off for the lead, and they will actually show some kind of like really fiercing gameplay and towards the second half. And that's happening. There you go. Oh, nice try.
Almost. Almost. We almost saw a shot coming in from Nico Williams. This could not be that last defender. Bellingham steals it away and a good pass coming in directly into the legs of Haaland as Vinicius plays in mid. But Nico Williams still not being able to keep it. Cruz trying to go in for a low pass was not able to do so. Slides in. Still could not keep it for himself. So for now controlling it on towards that left. Isaac has got some space on the left wing, but no support in mid whatsoever. And it will be stolen away. So no goals coming in from either side, but you can clearly see Soumya is actually playing defensive. Not even on balance. He is playing defensive. And even after that, you're seeing most of the attacks being made by him. So it basically puts the question right on the face that how is Nitesh going to break through that? Because again, that's a good pass coming in and it should go in. And it is going to be a score. Renato Sanchez finds the breakthrough in this one, and 1-0 we move. Soumya finally being able to find that opener through that right wing is where the defense was pretty weak. Davies just need to step up his defense a bit, I guess, but that definitely did not work out for him. Soumya leading the charts.
For now, we do see the first goal coming in from the side of Soumya. I'm really happy to see that. There you go. We see a lot of these skill moves being played away from the side of Soumya, and that has actually resulted towards the side of Soumya to just actually get one of those goals. Again, he's looking really promising, really confident to actually get the ball from the corner end, but we see that sliding tackle coming in from the side of this. And that sliding tackle actually inside the penalty box area is something really risky and something a lot of players actually avoid. But anyways, that has resulted in getting the ball position towards his side. Haaland on towards finding Vincent Jr. But now it's going to be, and I would say like the interception point being taken from the side of Soumya. Right now, a 1-0 score line in the first leg, favoring in towards the side of Soumya.
Absolutely. You basically wanted a game that was, almost dead even. Here you go. A 1-0 scoreline coming in. Exactly opposite as to what we saw in the previous matchup in the first leg where Rocky Bai was up 4-0 against Jijoyo. This time around, Soumya against Nitesh is just a 1-0 scoreline and they really love the play coming in. Plus, you can also say that Soumya was just not able to create so many attacking opportunities because he was playing defensive. But only because he was playing defensive, he was able to control the ball a lot more than Nitesh. Now, that was the story of just the first leg. We're going to see how things roll out in the second one as it's going to be coming up in front of us in about just a few seconds. And there we go.
It's more of like on how Soumya. I believe that both of the players are really on towards the same skill player 2 level. So I believe that both of the players are actually gonna try to go for another goal. That is the usual play. But I feel like yes, Soumya will be actually playing a lot of defensive based gameplay. He also knows that it's very hard to take the ball from the side of Nitesh. It's really hard to actually get ball inside the back of the net, on how a lot of the chances are getting saved from the goalkeepers and from the side of Nitesh. So I do believe that. I feel Soumya can actually, and I feel like he's going to play a lot of defensive plays compared to what we saw in the first half. That he was really, really aggressive to take on towards the other side of the pitch.
Oh
Woo!
my goodness!
Nice one.
What an opener and what a pass! Just look at that. Haaland controlling the ball and passes his teammate perfectly for him to go in for a shot. And that is the exact opener we were hoping to find from Nitesh. And even though Soumya was playing defensive, now he switched to a balanced situation. So you already know he's down by one goal. He is looking for an opener. He is probably looking for an equalizer for this game. Because in overall charts, he might have a chance of winning it if he scores one for now, but he will not be allowed to do so as the defense is just very solid from the Nitesh. Oh my goodness! No way he does that with a Haaland and he still controls the ball. He can try and make a play, but will be just stopping at the penalty zone's edge. Only for the ball to be stolen away yet again. Soumya controlling it. He's got a chance for the counter play. Goes in towards that right, but will be defended by Davies right away perfectly. Vinicius passing it to Bellingham, who's basically running in his space. Haaland in the mid, open, will be controlling it, can pass it over yet again to Cruz, who will be giving it over back to Polinia, who passes it to Nico Williams, goes in for a shot, but an offside has been called.
Let's see, man. I feel ah it's hard even now for this other Soumya on how Nitesh is actually taking up the opener goal towards the second leg to get the equalizer done on the overall scores. But yes, this is actually going into the same thing, same matchup that I wanted to see. Like both sides actually challenging each other. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That is true. Again, Zelensky this time around can go in for a shot, and oh my goodness! Zelensky finishes things off in style. Just look at that trick coming in. Passes over first defender, passes over second one, and in between three he was when he made that finesse shot, and that was just brilliant. Somme finding the equalizer in this one, but again, he is leading in terms of overall goal differences. So the pressure is back on to Nitesh. Passes it over to Haaland, controlling in mid, but just cannot find any opening in the center. Can give it to Nico Williams, but again, he is offside. He would not be getting anything apart from just another free kick.
I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do at this point of time. But again, jokes apart, folks, the first half of the second leg is going to get over. And in terms of the overall score line, this is going to favor toward the side of Soumya in a 2-win overall scores. But yes, this is looking very much, I would say, on point for the side of Soumya. Now he's able to get those defensive and aggressive plays right on towards onto edge of actually showing up the gameplay when it is required. Towards the side of Mendy, as we kick off the second half for the second leg, takes on the play towards the side of Mendy yet again. Okafor trying to find the third guy, but he has to eventually take up the ball towards the out of the pitch, and it's gonna go in for a throw in towards the favor of Nitesh. Again, I feel like the defense has been really improved compared to what we saw on the first leg from the side of Nitesh. He's not letting all of the players to actually get inside towards his half of the pitch to just go in for those backhand forward pass. Good try yet again, Okafor with some really cheeky skill moves, but the interception will be yet again made from the side of Nitesh. Going for an approach, which and actually the man was just ready. He was just waiting for a through pass, but anyways, he just wanted to go for the individual play from that player, and he has resulted in losing the ball position.
That is true. It's a good pass coming into Haaland, but will be stolen away yet again. And if you look on towards the left side of the players for Soumya, they don't have a lot of stamina in them. Even Isak
Yeah,
is
yeah,
going to
yeah.
reach towards that
True.
red bar as well. So again, he would not be able to make a lot of plays through that part. So maybe he's just trying to bait Nitesh to focus onto that one. But as soon as I say that, that's some amazing skill moves coming in, and Renato Sanchez goes in for another brilliant shot right up through that mid. Look at that play, and as soon as I was mentioning that he might not be able to make a lot of plays through the right wing, that is the exact moment where he just shut me up and was like, "All right, here we go. Here's the play from the right wing."
Uh, I mean, now it's all up in towards the favor of Samir. Now he has a good lead. He has the less time is that he needs to actually just defend the entire score and against the side of Nitesh. It's gonna build up a lot of like a mental pressure towards the side of Nitesh that he has to actually go for an equalizer on this half also. Then he has to make up another goal to take on the entire lead because the scoreline is looking like a 3-1 in the overall scenario. So it's really hard for the side of Nitesh, but the position is looking on towards the favor of Nitesh, trying to find the striker's end, which is going to be Haaland. But yes, it's going to be the interception player. Will be ready and waiting from the side of Samia. And full time for the second half. And Samia will be waiting up in the score line of 3-1 in the overall scores. Yeah.
That is true. Another brilliant game coming in, and even though Somme was just playing defensive for
Yeah.
the entire time, almost the entire time, apart from the fact that when he was down by 0-1, he just switched things up to balanced. And even after he went in for that score, he just played defensive. He was still able to get one more on the table, and that was just another brilliant play coming in from him. Now, the only thing that this strategy puts strain on is the fact that your attackers move a lot, so their stamina might not hold out for the entirety of the game if you're getting a lot of
Yes.
attacks.
Yes. You have
But
to
still,
like
he
go to
was
the
just able to hold
substitutes.
out for the perfect amount of time and was able to score in for 2 goals. So why not we have a quick look over the table at this point? Because again, everyone would be willing to know who is up where, and we saw all those 4 matches, and every game was just
Yeah.
perfect. Yes, two of them were like almost similar, but apart from that one game where Rocky Bai was just dominating, all the other games they were quite,
Mm-hmm.
I would still say even at least in the first leg.
Let's see, man. I feel like all of the matches for the side of upper brackets have been done for now. I believe we are gonna continue with the upper brackets only. We're gonna decide who's gonna be the first grand finalist all the way from the side of upper bracket. But yes, we'll be also waiting in for the action of lower bracket because this is gonna get the things a little bit spiced up because all of the players will be
That is
looking in
true.
for the vengeance, the redemption that they need to put on to just fight it off to become the contender for the second grand finalist from the side of lower brackets. And let me remind you, folks, no more, I would say, third chances being given away towards these players. If they lose the lower brackets, if they actually lose one of the matches from the side of lower brackets, they are going home. No more second chances. All they have is just 2 legs, one home away. Rules are going to get applied in this Community Cup presented
Absolutely true.
from
And
the
again,
side of Esports Club. So yes, it's more of like a do or die for them in this entire tournament.
truly perfect. It literally is the do or die situation for them because, yeah, they lost one, they cannot afford to lose this one as well. So the pressure is just going to be on all of those players. Because if you look at how things went for them in the first one, yes, few of those matches, just as mentioned previously, were almost dead even in the first leg at least. But one of them was just entirely dominating win for Rocky Bai against Jijoyo. And I want to see
Yeah,
how Jijoyo would come back through it because again he would be put in that mental barrier place wherein he basically lost
yeah,
both the games in a 0-4, 0-3 fashion. He still has not found his opening goal, so maybe the next matchup that he will be in would probably help him out to float in this river, or otherwise it will just end up drowning him and he would have to take an exit from the tournament. But let's just hope that it is the former one rather
yeah.
than the latter, and we see another great match coming in. And it's going to be the lower bracket matches in front of us, but I still feel that we would still need a little bit of a break because I really need a breather after watching all of those matches. I really need to drink some water, guys. So make sure to stay tuned. We will be right back in 2 minutes.
forget you.
Welcome back, Fox and friends. We are back again. EAFC Mobile Community Cup brought to you
Okay.
by the Esports Club. We are watching the top 8 teams, top 8 players in front of us, and it has been just a very crazy journey, especially for those upper bracket matches. Because again, we saw all those 8 players battle it out on field, and eventually we have the 4 players who are moving forward in the upper bracket.
Yeah.
But we also have 4 players in those lower brackets, and those are the matches that will be coming right in front of us. Bullet, I am very excited for those games.
Well, folks, again, it's the same thing. We have a very comprehensive and competitive brackets and the entire format being set from the side of Esports Club, and kudos for Esports FC Mobile for doing this kind of competitive. But let's take a look at the brackets again. Let me explain you what's going on in terms of the bracket, what's going on, and how some of the players are actually going to pave ahead to be the grand finalist of the entire Community Cup presented by
True.
the Esports Club. But yes, if you were gonna lose in the lower bracket, you're not getting any second chances. We already have a double elimination round being set up. You already have home away matches being set up. Just to confirm, you folks, we have and a little bit of information that you want to give, that you want to share as casters. The matchup from the side of lower bracket, Karthik facing up the side of Gokul. Karthik has forfeited, so a default win has been given away toward the side of Gokul. So we're gonna start off from our first matchup, which is gonna be the upper brackets game. Crazy Messi facing up the side of Beast 428 in the upper bracket rounds.
Yeah. And again, that one matchup is something that we would want to see, but we always save the best dish for the last of the day. Because again, we also mentioned that there would be 2 low bracket matches. Joyo would be up against Ritesh as well, so no one would want to miss out on that one either. Because just as you mentioned, Gokul, yes, he got the default win against Karthik, who backed out, but Joyo and Nitesh would have to fight it over in both of those legs. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
going to be super amazing and super crucial to watch things out in this one. Because after all, when you'll be looking in those lower bracket matches, it's just as you mentioned, there are no more second chances. And what would be going through your mind, especially seeing that Jijoyo, he lost to Rocky Bai in such a hard fashion, because 7-0 is basically a very bad loss indeed. But again, how do you come out of that mental barrier is going to be the question. Because honestly, the way Rocky Bhai was playing in that game, it might as well felt that he would probably go to at least upper bracket finals or maybe even the grand finals if in case he keeps us on this performance up. But if you are Jijoyo, what is going through your mind at this point?
Well, I feel like for the side of players, yes, when it comes to the upper brackets, everybody is here for the lion's share of the prize pool. Everybody is actually to win out the entire tournament, get the bragging rights of winning the first Community Cup presented by the Esports. For the side of EA Sports FC Mobile, we have a huge prize pool of 50,000, and when it comes to Community Cup, like 50,000 prize pool is a huge chunk of money for the first Community Cup.
True.
No questions asked for it. But also, uh, I will suggest that a lot of players, like coming back to the point where we did saw Rocky Bhai, like take Rocky Bhai's game for example, like Rocky dominated the side of the Joyo. We didn't saw even one or
Absolutely.
two shots getting successful for an out target goals coming from such Joyo. So yes, I feel like a lot of practice is sometimes you need a lot of, I would say, knowledge in terms of getting the formation, setting the set pieces right is what you need when it comes to esports FC Mobile. And that are only 2 points, man, from what I have seen in the previous matches, which have been broadcasted on towards this live stream. So I just feel like yes, these are some of the few factors that some of the players needs to focus. One of the important factors also is to actually go back and see all of those matches beforehand and like after the matches get played, to what are the mistakes that you're doing. Something is that
True.
I've been a very keen believer of, that your own gameplay is your own gold mine on how you can actually improve on a lot of things. So yes, if you are participating in a tournament, that tournament is getting
Absolutely.
broadcasted from all of the the esports 11 tiers. If you are taking a part, just go and then take a look at that on what are the mistakes that are doing on the pitch. Let's go and witness the next matchup.
Absolutely. If you're talking about just team
Yeah.
head to head, you can see that attack is being favored by Jijoyo. But on the other side, mid and defense being dominated by Nitesh. And we have seen he was basically up against in that match. It was pretty fun to watch. Eventually, we just have to wait and see how things will pan out into this one. Formations are going to remain the same as we saw in those upper bracket matches. It's going to be still 4-3-3 for Nitesh. So I think so. In order for Jajoy to break through this one, he would need to have the mid control or at least control the ball in the middle field. If he fails to do that, he would not be able to create those attacks. And again, finally finding some kind of opening, can now try and move ball around. Pele loses it. And this is what I was talking about time and time again. You need your midfielders to move up front. So maybe playing in with the attacking strategy is something that would help Jijoyo out up against Nitesh, who seems to be the one moving ball forward.
Let's see. For the side of the side of Nitesh is actually going for a goal. There you go. He had the opening. He had the striker waiting up there. He went for a pass, a cheeky slow pass, and nobody was just ready from the side of Dan Beast. Jijoy, sorry, to wait it out. But there you go, folks. The first goal coming in from the side of Nitesh in the first lower brackets finale matchup. There's going to be match number 5, and this is getting played for the first home uh,
Gullet?
towards the side of Jijoyo. Again,
Gullet actually goes in for that shot. A perfect anticipated pass. And look at the amount of space he had, especially on that attack. Just took a second for himself, created a more space between him and the defender. And Gullet is basically someone who will not miss from that range, if in case you give him a second or so for to get that shot on time. So Jijoyo with a quick equalizer, and this is the first goal that he has basically shot
yeah.
in the double LM's bracket. So that's going to give him some confidence boost whatsoever. The ball being stolen away by Cruz. Bellingham to Vinicius, passes it over to Pelin. Can he go in for the shot? No is the answer. Bellingham still controls it. Gullit cannot keep the control of it. Vinicius will move it around, tries to pass it back to Cruz. Will give him back to Vinicius, but Bellingham on the other side was just there to steal it away. So Jijoyo can try and make an attack happen, because it's again 4 attackers up against 4 defenders. He's got a very good opportunity. Goes in for a through ball towards Ronaldinho, who controls it, passes it back to Ronaldo, who gives it on the other side to Ronaldo Sanchez,
nice one.
and he goes in for the shot, but Neuer was in the way, and the second one will also be stopped in by him. What a perfect goalkeeping coming in. Nitesh just avoids a massive upset.
Let's see what's gonna be the outcome. Like, we now see both sides actually doing the scores equalize. Looking in the first half, I'm a huge fan of on in terms of like setting the narratives right, that both of the side needs to perform really well. The first half needs to be right there in a 0-0 and in an equalized score, and then you see the both of the sides going all cylinders getting fired up for the second half. But yes, folks, let me remind you, this is going to be a best of 2 games. So it's going to be a first leg and the second leg where the overall score is going to get combined and the result is going to be there on your screen. So yes, even if you lose on the first game, again the same thing, you have a lot of time in your hand to make up a comeback in the second leg. Right now, it's going to be the side of Joyo to be on the ball possession. He's actually trying to pave the way to get the second goal on from his team for his team. But yet again, it's going to be that interception coming in right on the point for the side of Nitesh, going in towards the side of Bellingham. Bellingham finding Haaland. Cruz, one of the best midfielders that you see in the entire football game. He actually went for a shot on, but anyways, it's going to go out for a free kick. Ooh!
Almost. Alex Ramiro stops the second one as well. My goodness, the keepers are doing so much, especially in this game. Eder's just going to put the ball back in the legs of Rudiger. Right now controlled by Balde. Passes it over to Ronaldinho. Cannot cross those defenders. Because again, if you look at the strategy, Jijoyo this time around is playing with the defensive strat. He's not moving a lot of players around up front. So again, we'll just have to wait and see how it kind of works out in his favor. As Pele passes it to Gullit, goes in for the shot, but Neuer was just there to deflect it away. Nitesh not conceding another one. Walker's going to be the one to shoot that ball in. Now, here's the thing. How good is it going to be? It's directly onto the heads of Ronaldo, but couldn't catch anything. Haaland passes it back to Davies. Now, here's the thing about the left back Davies, right? He's got a decent amount of pace, so you can utilize him to make those runs. But if he's going to give those perfect passes, is an entirely different story. And this is exactly what I was talking about. Ball stolen away from him. He can still try and make a run, but as of now, Jijoyo will be the one to move forward with the attack.
Oh, I mean, this is one of the worst matches that we are witnessing in the entire UFC World Cup. like especially for the main event matches, that both of styles are actually looking so much on point for the attacking side. I will say, like, this is one of the matches that both of the players are actually going for that attack is the best defense kind of mindset. But there you go, the first half is going to get over. Joe and Nitish, all of them, both of the players are going to be on that 1-1 score line. So yes, this is that one match which can actually get a lot of drama, a lot of things are going to get spiced up in the second half from both sides.
That is absolutely true because again, it's going to come down to what's going to happen in that second half. 1-1 is the score difference, and that basically means there is absolutely no difference. So I know it basically seems like an El Clasico setup, right? One side it's Real
Yeah.
Madrid's jersey, the other side it is Barcelona's jersey. So might as well just jump into the
Yes, yes,
second leg
yes.
real quick, ladies and gents. We're not going to take a lot of time. We'll be moving on to the second leg real quick. Again, the head-to-head comes up. You know that in terms of attack, Gijoyo has
Yeah.
got 93, but mid is still favoring Nitesh. So he can try and control the mid as much as he wants, and he would be able to get in at least a few attacks on board because every single time at every single place you see there are most of the players just filling all those space and filling all those gaps in the midfield. And I think so that's just going to help him out eventually. But for the earlier parts, we'll have to again focus on the same thing. It's basically him playing in very defensively.
Let's see, man. Let's see. Again, like, I feel on how the first leg ended on a note where both sides were so on good with the attacking. There you go to the goal coming in from the favorite team of Real Madrid. Like you said, the El Clasico is real. And actually, even if you like take a look on all of the players which are being used in this, both teams are actually of those days where El Clasico used to be that one game. But there you go. The day is firing up all the cylinders. There you go. One another goal coming in from the side of Nitish. Now, again, the same thing. Both of sides are actually so on point with their attacking. They are going all guns blazing that they need to get all of those goals ready and secured in their side. But yes, for now, it's going to be a smart move where Nitesh has the lead and actually just is going to waste. He's actually can go to waste a lot of time and just wait it out for some straight up defensive play.
And indeed, it's true. Just a second earlier, maybe we might have seen a second goal coming in as well. But as of now, pressure on Gijoyo. He needs to find a breakthrough. He needs to find another opener. He's still playing it with the exact same defensive mindset. You can clearly see that he's not with a balanced lineup. It's just an entirely defensive lineup. Pass being stolen away. Ronaldo Sanchez passes it over to Ronaldinho. But he needs to make a play with only the players that he's got on field. Gullit moving ahead, but just meeting a brick wall at the end of the day. Okay, passing it back. Neuer would be giving it back again forward. Nico Williams controlling it. Haaland will be the one moving it ahead. Passes it back over to Nico Williams, who's got a lot of space onto that right wing. Can put the ball inside. Still tries to go in for a trick. Will be stopped in between. My goodness, that was actually pretty risky play coming in. Nonetheless, Pele is the one who will move it around. It's got a good opportunity. This could be very close to an offside, but it is not as Ronaldinho goes in. Ronaldo scores a perfect shot. That was a pressuring situation. Look at that pass. He was just so very close. A good pass from Ronaldinho and a good shot by Ronaldo.
There you go, folks. We have another time that the scores have been equalized. One of the really head-to-head matches that we are witnessing in the entire League Cup, and this is actually the matchup that you want to see. The first half is going to get over for the second leg, and the score line in the overall is looking 2-2.
Absolutely
For now,
correct. 2-2. That's the overall score. But again, someone needs to find some kind of breakthrough. And with the way things are looking, maybe Gijoyo would be the first one to find it. But again, I still really like the defense that's coming in. Look at Haaland. He's an attacker. And he's playing so far back as well. Just ready to steal it away and also in a perfect position to make a run for it. But Gullit is alone
nice!
to the mid. That was a horrible mistake coming in from Nitesh, and what a well-utilized opportunity. Look at that. He basically just moved two of the defenders out of his way, and that was all Gullit needed to go in for that bullet scoring, and he was able to do that perfectly.
There you go. It's going to be the score line where now Gijoyo has a lead of that one goal in the 3-2 overall. Right now, Nitesh is looking so on point with the defenses. Alan on the ball. Again going on for an interception. Goalkeeper is gonna take it away for his side and pass it on towards his own player. For now, if I feel like yes, even the side of Joyo can actually go for the passing game to just waste down opponent's time. And huge mistake being committed away. And Nitesh won't spare the chance that he has an opening. It's gonna go for a goal. That was a huge mistake coming in from the side of Joyo. There you go.
If in case he lose the game from this point onwards, that mistake is just going to haunt him. It's not going to hurt him. It is going to haunt him. And as of now,
True,
it
true.
seems that the haunt is going to stay on point as Nico Williams controlling the ball and try and pass it over. Goes in for a fake. Oh, what a lovely pass. But Haaland could not capitalize on the back of it. Stolen away. Good pressure still being applied. Pele moving it around. Can go in for a pass. Will pass it over on towards that right wing too. Ronaldinho. He's got some space, but not a lot of stamina to work with. So will lose the ball at the end of the day. Vinicius Jr. goes in for a very long pass to Haaland, no one there to intercept it. Still's got some space to move it around, goes in for a trick, but it's just a little too wide, directly goes in the outside. Walker with the throw in.
Let's
Yeah, he took his
let's
time.
see what's yeah. Let's see what's gonna be the play in the end minutes of the second half, folks. As the scores are right now equalized for both sides. Both sides, Nitesh and Jojo, in a 3-3 overall scoreline. One extra stoppage minutes being given away. It's gonna be really close. If anyone
Right
gets a goal,
possibility.
Pele inside the goalkeeper's box, fighting it for the possession. Nitesh comes in for another, maybe a clearance. Now, what's going to be the play? The second half, in the second leg, we have the overall score line of 3-2, both sides. So let's see what's going to be the play. Either we're going to go for the extra time, either we're going to go for a golden goal scenario, either we're going to go for the penalty shootout.
Possibly we'll have to wait and see. Eventually, again, it kind of seems like Joe would be the one who'd be winning this
Yeah.
one out again. Maybe he's got a few more goals in his favor because again, we'll just have to, wait for that confirmation. So yes, I've got the confirmation. Since Jojo scored 2 goals in the
Yeah.
away matchup, that is the reason he will be moving forward. So that was also one of the rule coming into this tournament. If you get a few extra goals when you are in that away matchup, those goals will hold more value. So yes, it's going to be Jojo moving forward. But honestly, when he made that one passing mistake onto which we saw Nitesh capitalize. I really thought that might be it basically for him. But eventually, still, he will be the one who will be moving forward.
Yep, that was a really good matchup. Like what we saw from the side of Dijo and Nitesh, that was something really, really massive, and both sides actually fight it off to the last breath. And this is what I want in this Community Cup being laid on from the side of Esports Club. That we want to see some new talent, new faces every now and then for every esports title out there, and players who actually are hungry for it. They give their 100%. Talking about study upper brackets, we
True.
still have Crazy Messi facing up the side of Beast. We have Rocky Bhai facing up the side of Somya in the second stage. On the side of lower brackets, folks, yes, it's going to be decided. Like, who's going to be the first one to lose it out from against the side of Crazy Messi, or it's going to be Somya, Rocky, anyone. But yes,
Hmm.
we still have a lot of matches to be left out and to yet to just decide who's going to be the
Yes,
first
that is
grand
true.
finalist.
That is true. Now, since we are already in the upper bracket semifinals, this is going to be the last match of the day. Crazy Messi up against Beast 428. And the second semifinals, that would be Rocky Bai up against Soumya. We're going to have that tomorrow along with the remaining matches of the evening. So, yes, who will be the opponent of Gokul will be decided right now
Yeah.
in this matchup. That's Crazy Messi up against Beast 428. Now, if you're looking at the previous score lines of both of these players, we did see Crazy Messi in a 4-1 situation up when he was against Gokul. If you're looking at Beast 428, that was a very close matchup up against Karthik, a 3-2 situation in which Beast won. So, yes, a close matchup, when in the other one, we saw a pretty dominating one. But still, if we're already talking about the first leg, right, you already know that Crazy Messi up against Gokul was dead even in that first matchup.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It was literally, if I'm not wrong, maybe just a 1-0 where he eventually ended up scoring at the last second. And after that, it was a 3-1 situation wherein he won against Gokul. So, You can also call that situation. Yes, he won that game, but it was a pretty close matchup nonetheless. So I'm expecting this one to probably go along in the same way. But again, it's going to come down to the same fact. What's going to happen in the first half is going to be important because both of these players will test waters out, but eventually would adapt to their opponent's play style. The one who does it first will be the one having an advantage.
Well, the matchup is ready first. So jump straight into the game. The first game of the second stage of the upper bracket is going to be Greasy Macy facing the side of Beast. Yes, Beast has to hope it's Beast mode, and for the side of Greasy Macy, he has to get the inner Messi outside on the field. Now take a look at their game rankings. It's not that, I would say, a big of a difference. It's both of them on a legendary level. In terms of the formation, you have
Mhm.
Crazy playing up on the 4-3-3 holding formation, and towards the side of Beast, he's also playing on the 4-3-3 holding formation. So it's more of like on the individual players is gonna decide the outcome if I want to just make a guess right now. So
True.
let's see.
That is true. Again, Grazy Messi is the one who had few extra points when it came down to that attacking. Yes, in the midfield, we saw Beast just 1 point ahead of him. But in terms of the defense, both of them had those 90 points. So you know it's going to be very close matchup, especially. But when we are talking about attack, maybe Grazy Messi would be the one who'll be having a few extra edges around that knife. But for now, Nico Williams moving it around, try to pass it to Charlton, will be stolen away right off the bat. East moving it ahead, and that's a very long pass coming in. Nico Williams still take it. Savage could not control it or keep it for himself. Nedved moving it from the left wing. Soul to Savage. Now will be stolen away by Rudiger. We've seen Rudiger being picked up a lot. He's a very solid defender coming in. And almost. That was almost a very good pass.
Let's see. We see the crowd cheering in for both sides, but yes, it's gonna be Crazy Messy's home-based matchup. So yes, the crowd will be favoring him. All the cheer as the game seconds is just gonna be right there. Fana, 10, trying to play on the wing area of the pitch. A good interception coming in from the side of Crazy, passing on to Charlton, then towards Nico, trying to find the second man, but the pressure was right there from the defender, which was trying to take the ball possession, and the ball is going to go out for a throw in into the favor of Beast. A good back pass for Fana. Nuno trying to find the midfield. There you go. A good try to actually get the midfielders right up, set up the gap open, and can actually go in for a good build up to set up a goal.
That is true, but again, stolen away by Baba. Nico Williams now controlling it. Now, here's the thing. If you're looking at both the formations, it was exactly the same 4-3-3 holding. So, no major difference coming in. Oh, my goodness, but this might actually be. Hofna could not control it for long, and that was almost a precarious possession, especially from Grazy Messi. But Vanessa will be the one who'll be taking that free kick. Not quite sure if he's going to go in for a close pass. Nope. Goes in for a lob one directly to Rudiger. And he passes it over to Nedved. No space to work around. Soul was right away, so Charlton could not control it. Fofana stole it away. Kent moves it around with a good trick coming in for the second one as well. Goes in for a through. But just could not find Fofana in that situation. And it is going to be a 0-0 half time. And this is just the first leg that we are talking about, Bullet. So you
Yeah.
know it's going to be even more competitive once we move forward.
Let's see, man. I feel like both of the players are actually so set in for the defensive format of the play that nobody's actually allowing the other side to get more minutes inside their own half. So this is actually looking good. This can be that one game again there we can see a lot and a lot of one-to-one, head-to-head goals coming right back up. But for now, folks, the first half is going to be over. We're going to proceed on with the second half. As you see on the screens, good build up yet again coming in from the side of none other than the side of Grazy, trying to find the third man, actually go for a shots on header with the second chance. There you go, folks. A good try, a classic approach to just take up the goalkeeper from the corner side and get the second chance on the first goal coming in from the side of Beast. Apologies, folks. I thought that was crazy. It's going to be the first goal coming in from the side of Beast.
That is true. And what a brilliant header that was. Yes, the ball came directly onto him as a rebound, but still getting it perfectly was just so good to watch. Nonetheless, pass was not that perfect, so it went in for an outside, and eventually Grazy Messi is the one who's controlling it. But he needs to find the equalizer as quickly as possible. Now, you know, the deadliest part of the game is just when you score a goal, because again,
Mhm.
your opponent scoring right off the kickoff, there's a high probability that you're going to concede a goal in that situation. For
Oh
now, Charlton!
no!
Oh my goodness! The moment he was going in for a
Are you
shot, he gets a
serious?
second chance. He puts it inside. Where was the
Oh, dude.
defense after that first tackle? It was just so brilliant, but none of the other defenders just made their way inside that box or tried to catch the ball in.
Ah,
It was just a situation that worked in favor of Gracie Messi.
that was a blunder. That was a huge blunder coming in from the side of Beast. He could have the first, leg towards his name with a 1-0 scoreline. That was, a huge mistake. But in the end, folks, the game, the show will go on. One will be the scoreline as we approach the 90th minute of the game. The first half is about the first leg of the entire second half is about to get over. Let's see what's going to be the upper bracket semi-finale outcome. Let me remind you, folks, again, the second leg is going to apply where we're going to play on towards the home side of Beast. Right now, both of them are looking so on point with the pitch. Yes, mistakes are being made, but both of the players are actually able to equalize the score from their side in the first leg.
Absolutely true. 1-all scoreline it is. And it's all going to come down to that exact second leg that we have been talking about. Now, I expected this matchup to be pretty dead even, but this is
Yeah.
just a little too much at the end of the day. 1-all. And we've seen so many first legs going in this exact same way. Now, the question comes, the home side needs to score extra goal. They cannot settle
Yeah.
on a dead even thing, right? Because again, just like the previous one in that lower bracket
Yeah.
matchup, we saw Jijoyo winning out just because he scored
Yeah.
2 goals on the away field, and those goals matter. So if you're already looking in that direction, you know that in this specific matchup as well, the home side need to score extra. Just cannot settle back on the same dead even scoreline. Eventually, we're going to see how things roll out because the second leg is ready as well, ladies and gents. So we'll be moving on to that real quick.
There you go, folks. Again, it's going to be in the fashion that both of the players look very much on toward the skill level that in terms of you see the rankings in terms of those matches that they have played inside the game. And overall of 989 coming in for the squad of Beast, and overall of 91 coming in for the squad of Maze. He's also again playing on the 4-3-3 holding formation. No changes in the formation from either side. We have the stadium set at East Point Arena. Let's see who's gonna win it away in the first upper bracket semi-finale.
And the first one to move forward into the upper bracket finals. You can witness that right away. Just perfectly mentioned, right? Because again, if we are talking about the fact, it's going to be on East, but for now, we're going to see an attack being made. Almost stolen away at the right exact moment. On the away ground is something more valuable. So we just have to wait and see how well Beast plays this one. You do not want to give an advantage to Gracie Messi in this spot. Who basically has a good pass coming in Ronaldo's legs. Goes in for a shot, but his own player comes in between. Could not get the shot directly onto the target, but also went in for the offside now just because of that. So it's going to be a good shot coming in, but Onana would be just able to take another goal kick on the back of this.
Oh boy, let's see what's going to be the plays coming in from both sides. For now, I feel like both of the sides are actually looking for an opening. They're not committing any kind of like the mistakes that they did commit in the first half. Like let me tell you first, straight up point as a caster, like both of the sides, both of the players actually did commit a lot of mistakes right on the pitch that either side were able to just capitalize on. So yes, both of the sides are now on a very equal pay level that they want to just go for those interceptions, don't want to give away those position on point that the either side can actually go in for a build up and a counter attack. They're just holding on to the ball. They're just going for those slight on one-on-one passing game. No more one touches. No more skill moves. Those risky skill moves that can actually enable the other side to just win out in a tackle fashion. For now, a wing approach is being laid on away from the side of Beast. This can actually result up in either side. Good standing tackle right there, and the clearance will be made from the greasiness. Yeah.
That is indeed true. Just a couple of more minutes added. This probably might be the last attack of the half as Ronaldo moves it around. He's got some chance. He can try and go in for a shot, but stolen away at the right moment. So it's going to blow up in the next few seconds, and now it has. So, yes, the first half of the second leg as well, ending in the exact same situation, 0-0, no score from either side whatsoever. Dead even. We'll probably be seeing the winner of this match by just one goal, if I'm being honest with you, because
Yeah,
both of these players are just playing so very good, and their teams are just almost dead even if you look at that. Crazy Messi, yes, he's got some good attacking lineup, but in terms of mid, you've got the advantage in favor of Beast, if just by a knife's edge. But for now, we're gonna see an attack being made. Referee's gonna give the advantage, but finally, we're gonna see a free kick coming through.
let's see what is gonna be the equivalent result of this free kick being given away. But right now, we do see that both sides are just battling it out for the ball possession. Both sides are just going in for those really smart passes, trying to find the gap. A long shot outside the box. That's going to result in going straight away towards the arms of the goalkeeper. Rudiger trying to find the second guy. He's going to pass it towards the midfield area for Fana. What's none other than the side of Ronaldo trying to find. Yeah, no tackle right there coming in from the side of Gracie. What in the world was that mistake that could have been the turning point where you can actually get the counter attack? There you go. The goal is right there. The scoreline is now 2-1 in the overall scenario. Winsett Jr. shines apart.
1-0 indeed, and just as I was mentioning, it's going to be decided by probably just one goal. And as of now, Crazy Messi having that lead, having the advantage. Now, the question always lies in the exact same thing, right?
Yeah.
How is going to Beast come back from this one? It's going to be difficult for him, but he needs to find a breakthrough if he wants to stay in this game. And that is exactly what he's trying to do. But even if you're looking at it in a situation where Beast is trying to go in for those attacks, his players are just not being there at the right possible moment for the right possible time. Ronaldo passing it over to Nedved. He's got some space again to work around, so we might possibly see another play from Crazy Messi, but just a couple of more minutes that are going to be added as for the extra time. So it's now or never for Beast. He cannot stop this attack, and just to keep continue it, he passes it over ahead, but it's not to his player, and eventually it's going to turn out that Crazy Messi is going to be the one who wins this game.
Good try being laid down from the side of Beast, but that was a huge mistake where I reacted in a very. That was my pure emotion, dude. The Beast had the moment right there to just make up the interception with the third man right there, present in the midfield areas at the third, fourth half of the pitch.
True.
But yes, it was crazy to just win it out in a simple way that he had the through pass coming in. He had the entire pitch left and ready for the entire build up. And Winsett Jr., you have the skill moves, you have the star rating. There you go. You have the 2-1 score line.
Well, again, you wanted to see a close match, right? And here is your close match.
Here it
It could
is, yeah.
not have gone any closer than that. There were in total 3 goals scored in the matchup, and 2 of them were basically in the first leg, wherein both of the players just scored one each, and the second one is Crazy Messi coming out on top. And it's just that overall difference that you always talk about. In his attack, he basically had
Yeah.
91 attack, if I'm not wrong. So that basically helped him out to create a few more opportunities, a little more
Yeah.
opening, and get just the ball at the right person at the right possible time, get that score in at the perfect place, and eventually letting him win the game. But since we've already been talking, now we have our upper bracket finalist. It is going to be none other than Crazy Messi. Moving it forward in that upper bracket, we'll have to see who will be his opponent. Will it be Rocky Bhai or will it be Soumya? But that is a story for tomorrow. As today, these were the matches that we had to witness, and honestly, if you're focusing on the lower bracket as well, Bullet, you see Beast, Jijoyo, Gokul, that is also not an easy journey from that direction.
As a cast, I have to focus on everybody, bro. I have to focus on everybody's matchup. But jokes apart, yeah, lower bracket, Gokul needs to just wait up for who's going to be his opponent coming in from the side of Rocky Bazaar or Soumya. But talking about the side of Jojo 303 Beast, if you ask me, yes, Jojo was making a lot of mistakes even from the side of Rocky. When he faced Rocky, it made a lot of mistakes coming in from the side of his. Eventually, he won the entire lower bracket game because he had more away goals into his favor. So same thing, man. We made the best player win, made the best formation wins. But if you ask me, yes, the side of Rocky Bhai looks very aggressive. All the players are doing a
That is
really,
true.
really good job of performing so well in the first Community Cup presented by the side of Esports Club for EA Sports FC Mobile.
Absolutely true. But again, the journey will continue tomorrow. We will continue to flow in this river of tournament with some amazing games on those amazing matches in between these awesome players. But that is something that we'll have to witness tomorrow. And also, the grand finals will be on the exact same day. So make sure to
Yeah.
tune in tomorrow as well. And always click on that like button, hit the subscribe button as well, and click on that bell notification. You do not want to miss out on any of the upcoming EAFC action. And also, just follow the casters up as well, and follow the Esports Club on Instagram. All the links will be in the description. Make sure to just check them out as well and join the Discord server for any upcoming tournaments. Now, this has been it from me, Skadiate, and my co-caster Bullet here. Now, we'll be signing off for the evening. We'll catch you guys tomorrow as well on the exact same time. Make sure to join in. Have a good night.
Pressure.